O'Reilly!
You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woo-hooer, a hand clapper, a high-fiver? I kind of like the high-five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where you're either going to make a deal or we're out, this is Ballard.
Boy, I took one Friday off, and so much hell broke loose that we had to bring the team in on Saturday. Let's hit this. Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield. What was supposed to be a triumphant Oval Office meeting between Ukrainian President Zelensky and our very own President Trump turned into what marriage counselors call a communication breakdown. And by breakdown, I mean Trump telling Zelensky, "You don't have the cards," and Zelensky responding, "I'm not playing cards." Great. So they've established they're not at a casino. Progress. Although I bet if Zelensky lets Trump open a casino in Kiev, things might go a little easier. You know how awkward it is when you show up to a dinner party underdressed? Well, Zelensky showed up in his military-style clothing, which he wears to show solidarity with his soldiers. And Trump greeted him by announcing to reporters, "He's all dressed up today." Then some reporter from One America News asked if Zelensky owned a suit because apparently the dignity of the Oval Office depends entirely on wool blend fabrics. The guy is trying to save his country, not host the Late Show on CBS. Zelensky, remembering his comedic acting days, fired back, asking if he should get a suit like the reporters or maybe something better. That's what we call in show business reading the room. Except the room was already on fire, although it is some pretty solid crowd work. Maybe the Ukrainians should hire Matt Rife to run things. The meeting was supposed to include signing this big mineral rights deal, but instead Trump and J.D. Vance decided to call Zelensky disrespectful for suggesting Russia might threaten countries beyond Ukraine. I mean, why would anyone think a country currently invading its neighbor might have further ambitions? That's just crazy talk. Trump, displaying his renowned diplomatic tact, falsely claimed Ukraine started the war. To which Zelensky replied Trump was living in a bubble of disinformation. It's almost as if showing up with actual war crime photos doesn't have the same impact as a gold-embossed dinner invitation. The whole meeting ended with Trump saying enforcement of a ceasefire is just 2% of ending the war. 2%. That's the same percentage of people who think pineapple belongs on pizza or believe their cat understands English. So, to recap, no mineral deal signed, no guarantees of support, and Zelensky left with the distinct impression that Trump trusts Putin more than him. All in all, a great day for the American diplomacy. And the best part? When asked later if he should apologize, Zelensky said, "I'm not sure that we did something bad." After the Zelensky-Trump Oval Office smackdown, world leaders rushed to their phones faster than teenagers spotting a celebrity at the mall. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who visited Trump just a day earlier with his fancy royal dinner invitation, called both Trump and Zelensky afterward. His office released a statement saying Starmer retains his unwavering support for Ukraine, which in diplomatic speak translates to, "Yikes, that was awkward." Starmer's hosting a European summit this Sunday, where Zelensky is expected to attend. Talk about a change of scenery. Going from Trump yelling at you to a room full of Europeans desperate to show they still matter in world politics. It's like leaving a Gordon Ramsay kitchen critique to attend a group therapy session. European leaders were absolutely stunned by America's sudden 180 on Ukraine support. They're standing around scratching their heads like someone just explained cryptocurrency to their grandparents. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz wrote on X that nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians do, which might be the first time in history Germans have acknowledged someone else might want peace more than they do. Progress. The European Union's foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas said it's clear that the free world needs a new leader. I wonder who she could possibly be referring to. It's like one of those murder mysteries where everyone knows who did it, except the detective. My favorite response came from Lithuania's president Gitanas Nausėda, who went full soccer fan with "Ukraine, you'll never walk alone." Meanwhile, Estonian Foreign Minister Margus Tsahkna brought the doom and gloom, warning that if Ukraine stops fighting, there will be no Ukraine, which is kind of like saying if I take the commercial break right now, there will be a commercial break. Embark on an extraordinary journey into the heart of one of the world's most ancient and mysterious institutions with White Smoke, the path to a new pope. This captivating podcast series takes listeners behind the scenes of the Catholic Church's most solemn and consequential event, the passing of a pope and the selection of his successor. From the moment the silver hammer strikes the pope's forehead 3 times to confirm his death, to the burning of his papal ring, White Smoke unveils the intricate rituals and closely guarded traditions that mark this sacred transition. Listeners will gain unprecedented insight into the secret conversations and centuries-old customs that guide the cardinals in their selection of the next leader of the world's 1 billion Catholics. Whether you are a devout Catholic, a student of history, or simply fascinated by the workings of one of the world's most enduring institutions, White Smoke is an immersive and illuminating journey that will leave you with a newfound appreciation for the timeless traditions and profound mysteries of the Catholic Church. White Smoke, wherever you get your shows.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
When the Oval Office transformed into an ultimate fighting championship arena on Friday, Trump, displaying his renowned tact and subtlety, told Zelensky, "Without us, you don't have any cards," and accused him of gambling with World War III, which I think was the title of a cool Billy Idol song in 1984. Vice President Vance, jumping into his role as Trump's backup vocalist, accused Zelensky of being disrespectful. He even demanded Zelensky say thank you for U.S. aid, which is interesting because the first words Zelensky has said were thank and you. The clash was so bad they canceled the scheduled news conference faster than a network axes a low-rated sitcom. The minerals rights deal that was supposed to be signed? Dead on arrival, just like the mood in the room. Cable news anchors were left speechless, a true miracle in American television. One CNN photo showed the Ukrainian ambassador to the U.S. with her head in her hands, which is the universal diplomatic signal for, well, we're doomed. Democrats and Trump critics immediately accused Trump and Vance of doing Putin's dirty work. Senator Elizabeth Warren called it shameful and dangerous, while Liz Cheney said history will remember this day. Republicans, meanwhile, praised Trump for standing up for American interests and labeled Zelensky an ingrate. Senator Lindsey Graham, ever the measured voice of reason, declared he's never been more proud of Trump and questioned if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. That's right, the ultimate punishment, unfriending Ukraine. But the real winners, Russia. They're celebrating harder than a hockey team with the Stanley Cup. Putin ally Dmitry Medvedev gleefully posted that the insolent pig finally got a proper slapdown. Russian lawmaker Andrei Klishis called it a brilliant result, saying Zelensky was thrown out for bad behavior. I'm sure it's purely coincidental that Moscow is this happy. So what's next for Ukraine? Nobody knows. In a plot twist that would make John le Carré reach for his typewriter, a Russian state media reporter somehow made it into the Oval Office during the Trump-Zelensky shouting match. That's right, while American outlets like AP and Reuters were told "niet" to attending, TASS got front row seats to the diplomatic demolition derby. The White House is frantically claiming this was all an accident. Sure, Jan, TASS was not on the approved list, a White House official insisted, adding that once discovered, the reporter was escorted out by the press secretary. AP and Reuters, two of the world's largest news agencies, were banned from the meeting entirely. AP has been exiled from the Oval Office and Air Force One indefinitely for the grave sin of continuing to use Gulf of Mexico instead of Gulf of America. Reuters got the boot from Trump's first cabinet meeting just this Wednesday. But somehow, a reporter from Russia's state-owned propaganda machine slipped right in. What are the odds? So just to recap, American news agencies banned, Russian state media, come on in. The only thing missing was a welcome mat saying Dobro Pожаловать, comrades. That's it for today. I'd like to thank President Trump and Vice President Vance for allowing me to have this podcast and allowing me to contribute to the economy by working Saturday. Also, we used some AI to make this.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White smoke. The path to a new pope, from Calaroga Shark Media, wherever you get your podcasts.